We talked about this job a couple weeks ago. This is a white oak arched unit that's going into a house close to here in Seabright, New Jersey. And we're gonna take you through this whole job today, but we really wanna focus first on how we were able to achieve this curved lighting. Not something you can typically do with an aluminum extrusion, so we're gonna show you how we did it today.
Support for this episode is provided by Quick Screws. For over 40 years, pros have trusted Quick Screws to have the right fastener for the job. With one of the largest catalogs in the industry, there's a quick screw made for whatever you're making. The right screw always matters. Check them out at quickscrews.com.
In our video 2 weeks ago, you may have seen our sides here veneered. We were talking about a new water-based contact cement that we're using. So here's the unit all assembled. We have this, and then behind it, we have just an open unit that'll get a couch. So on this side, we have cabinetry that's made for a turntable. So they're gonna purchase this really cool turntable from a company called Orbit, I believe. Maybe we'll put a picture in there. Really cool walnut, belt-driven turntable. It's got a really cool look to it. So that's gonna be housed here in the center. We have a little pop-out rollout. So that's on a push-to-open slide. But before we get into all this, let's talk about the lighting. So we're using a lighting from Häfele in this called COB Complete. It's a fully encapsulated silicone LED. So it has a COB LED strip, and then it's encapsulated in silicone. So it's IP rated for dust and water. You can actually put this in a shower. And it's just a press fit, there's no extrusion. So this we have just taped up because obviously we can't permanently stick it. We need to take all this apart for finishing. And our back isn't screwed in, so we're not exactly that tight right here on these shelves. But you can see on the back, we're pressed into that groove, and we're able to do a curve like this. So typically, your lighting needs to fit inside of an aluminum extrusion because it needs to be housed within something. It needs, that barrier from the LED strip to whatever substrate you're working with. You can't just attach it directly. It's not rated for that. So this lighting is actually rated to be installed without an extrusion. So you're able to actually flex it into all these kinds of shapes. And we were able to just run this little rabbet around the back edge of our sides and press it into that and achieve this effect. So maybe let's grab a couple pieces of the LED and we can take a look. Have a couple different types of lighting here. This is like your standard LED lighting. All this is from Häfele. So this is your standard strip. This is a multi-white, so tunable. We always opt for the tunable. So tunable means you can change the color temperature. I believe what we're using here is tunable from 2700 Kelvin, which is more on the yellow side, all the way up to 5500, which is going towards like that blue. So you leave it up to your client. You give them some guidance, but you leave it up to your client to decide what color temperature they want. You can buy a single color light. It's going to be a little bit cheaper, but then you're locked in. If they change the paint in the room or they change the stone on the countertops, you want to have some flexibility, or they change the light bulbs in the ceiling. You want to have some flexibility to tune the light. It'll change the look of the project a lot. And maybe we'll mess around with the tunable lights over here in a minute, and they're also dimmable. So this needs to go into an extrusion like this. This is a really typical aluminum extrusion. I forget the exact depth here. I want to say 13 millimeters, but don't quote me on that. And this is required to go into an extrusion. You can see all the contacts here are exposed. So it has to do with that. And I believe it also has to do with heat dissipation. So you need a specific size of extrusion to house this particular lighting. Now, Häfele also has this, which is called COB Gold. And you can see the differences. This is all encapsulated in silicone here, but the contacts, which are these two copper sides, that's where the contacts are housed, that's exposed. So this has to go in an extrusion as well, but it requires a much more shallow extrusion. I think 8 millimeters for this. It might even be less, maybe 5 millimeters. But it requires an extrusion. Can't curve that extrusion. So if we go to the COB Complete, which is this, fully encapsulated in silicone. You can see it has a very similar LED like this. So the diodes themselves are encapsulated in silicone, and then the whole thing is encapsulated in silicone. It comes with leads on two ends. So we bought this in rolls that were about 230 inches, I want to say. It's an actual metric dimension, but has a lead on both ends, so you can cut it every 2 inches. So you can cut it, and then you have 2 strips, basically. Here we stripped away some of the silicone so you could see what's going on. But it's all plug and play. Green is for 24 volt. We use 24 volt. They also make 12 volt, which is sort of being phased out globally. 24 volt, and it plugs into a driver, which is just plugged into a regular home outlet. And then we have a distributor. So this is a Bluetooth distributor, allows us to control all this wirelessly using a little switch like this. So this is a 4-button switch, runs off a button cell battery, which lasts for years. And it has 4 buttons that we can program using our phone and the Mesh Connect app to do all kinds of things. So, you know, you can control what 1 press does, what 2 press does, hold, so you can set up your dimming, your tuning. You can change the temperature here. You can set up scenes where when you press 1, you get 100% power at 2700 Kelvin. When you press 2, you get 5% power at 4300 Kelvin. Very powerful, super deep. You could spend hours and hours in there messing around, setting up timers, all kinds of stuff. But yeah, let's head back over. We can take a closer look. All of our electronics are housed within this cabinet, so we just have open cabinets on either side. And you can see we have everything coming in here through a grommet. So we have our distributor or driver. This is our transformer, basically. This is taking regular wall outlet power, 110, 120, turning it into 24 volts. And then this is our distributor. So this is the Connect Mesh for tunable 24 volt. And this is what will connect to the Connect Mesh app and allow us to control these lights. So basically these ports are switched and have the ability to change the color temperature, the output, so dimming, and turn everything on and off. So it's all plug and play. You can see we take our little leads here. So you see we lost power to our bottom shelf. And when we plug it in, it comes back. So it's super easy, no electricians involved. We'll have an outlet that'll be inside of this cabinet, and that's where we'll plug in our power. We have it running out of the side right now just so that we can have the door closed. But we can show you how we ran everything. So first we did our back. So this is sitting in our little groove. It's 3/16 deep and 3/8 wide. And you see we have a flush finish. You can actually make it so that the crown sticks out, but we want it to go flush because you see we have our shelves that are terminating into it. And like I said before, all this is kind of loose right now because we're not permanently attached. And you can actually see by default, these are at different color temperatures because they're plugged into different ports right now. But we'll be able to tune everything to make it the same, or you can make it different if you wanted to. We could have the under cabinet or the under shelf lighting one temperature and the arch at another. Or you can make them all the same, whatever. You have full control. So this one starts over here and goes all the way around. It's 1 strip. So we used 1 full roll for that. And then for the shelves, we used 1 roll that we cut down the middle. So they start down on this end and they come across. And we actually had to do a little bit of wacky stripping here, like on that example we showed where from the lead, we had to take a little bit of the silicone casing away because we actually have to do a hard 90 and get that strip up and into the shelf so that we can come out to the side here. So you could see what we did is we stripped away the silicone because we have to have that hard transition. They're literally terminating into each other, so it had to come up and then come out here. So we have a cavity on either side that's going to get covered up with some casing. So that's where our wires will run. So it made it super simple. Everything will go in through here. We do have this, which is just an open niche. So this doesn't have any LED lighting. They are doing a couple sconces, so we'll cut those in on install. But this is actually getting a sofa that sits inside of it, casing on top. So nice and simple in this one. We basically finished the other one before we really got into this. You know, learned on the hard one, and then this one was a little bit more easy. But we can take a look at the rest of this, this side here. So as I had mentioned, we just have open cabinets on the sides. You know, they'll use these for records perhaps. We have this open center section with the pop-out shelf for the record player. Again, we'll have power in there, and we'll have grommets for running the speakers. We have a drawer here So just a little 12-inch drawer. We're pretty shallow. The whole unit's only about 15 inches. We have a simple toe kick, a couple 1-inch fillers. And these doors, so these are reeded doors. We actually got these from Häfele. So for the price that we got these, I don't think we could build them ourselves for twice that. So it pays sometimes to outsource. They came out beautiful. They look great. We haven't touched these at all, so they're going to sand and finish up beautifully. Really, really nice doors. It's a nice, simple design. You know, just 2 big doors, 1 very large drawer face. I think, you know, sort of letting the arch do most of the talking and leave everything relatively simple down here. So all that's left on this is to figure out the casing. We have our dimensions. We're going to cut some test pieces on the CNC to figure out our geometry. We need to make sure that we're matching this radius, and then also finding our point, our miter point. So that's going to miter at the center of the arch. You can see a little tick mark there. So you can imagine it's going to miter there. So we'll have 3 pieces, 2 legs and a head. And then it's ready to come apart and be finished. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you learned a couple things about LED lighting. I think the COB Complete from Häfele, it really allows you to do a lot. And I was actually just telling John about the Slim 6, I believe it's called, which is a very narrow, very flexible LED strip. So you can actually do all types of curves in the surface of something. So you could have, you know, like a wave like this that goes across the face of a surface. So really cool. Maybe we'll try that out on a future project. Yeah, if you guys have any questions about this or anything else, be sure to leave it down below, and we'll talk to you next week.